Hi everyone, my name is Asmahaney Saad. I am an advocate by profession. I'm a business owner, an entrepreneur, a governance professional, a mother, a wife, a community builder, a minister. Yes, I wear so many hats, and proudly so. I'm here to share my story about Paula as a person, but also about Teesa Advisory Services and how a small, beautiful interaction and getting to know people can quickly change your life. So I first met Paula about 2 years back. My law firm, KTA Advocates, interacted with her as a creator, content creator. And we asked her to come and support our symposium, the KTA Annual Symposium. And in those interactions, I was so fascinated by Paula's mind, but above that, her passion and drive to impact lives. And it was so phenomenal. So we just connected in terms of value, in terms of the impact we want to have in our lives and our community. And we continued having conversations and just building a friendship. Later on, we continued with the relationship and actually invited Paula to come with her books to the symposium so she can be able to share her content within our space, within the lawyer space, the business, content creators, all this ecosystem that we're building around our annual law symposium. I had personally never interacted with the books. And so on this specific day, I moved to Paula and asked, can I have a look at your books? And lo and behold, I realized that the books actually were about something that I was holding so passionately in my heart. But I had just never met the conjunction where someone can actually break down these things that I was thinking about into simplicity, if that's what I can say. So I looked at the book. The first one was the content creation book, where Paula and her team break down the concept of creating content from whatever aspect of life that you want, whether it's your passion, whether it's business, whether it's experiences, and creating content out of it to share with the world. The second one was the business book, just breaking down concepts of business, advising innovators, creators, entrepreneurs, anyone who wants to do business on how they can go about building businesses. I'm a business owner and I had never interacted with simplicity of business or how business can be built on very, very simple concepts. And these books not only share the knowledge, but also they keep checking and keep self-teaching and keep empowering and motivating. And they were such beautiful books. I immediately bought these books and I told Paula, let me go read these books because number one, I'm a business owner, but I believe that you can never learn enough. And so I wanted to have a go at these books, read and see how best they can also help me and relearn or just get to learn something new. But as I interacted with these books, I found that I was actually not just learning something new, but I was learning. And then for the content creation aspect of Teesa Advisory Services, at that time, like I said, I interacted with these books at a time where I was trying to pour out myself, but I didn't know how. It turned out that in this moment, the church where I serve, we were also putting our minds together and trying to create content to disciple and teach our church community on leadership. And leadership, not just in terms of personal leadership, but also how do you lead yourselves in business, in enterprises, in church, in ministry, and so on and so forth. So when I interacted with this content creation book, I was so amazed because it just introduced me, broke down, simplified what we were trying to do. And so I quickly invited Paula to come and meet my team at my church, House of Revival. I lead the discipleship and leadership ministry, and she came. She came without, any hesitation. And we had a session with her, and she just took us through this content creation material. How do you bring your ideas to life? How do you break it down to simplify it for a church community? A church community is a community where you find diverse people, different age groups, different mindsets, different walks of lives, formal, informal. All these people are really within our body of Christ, our church. And so it just passed, we were so impressed by the outpour that she gave us. She encouraged us. She took us through the basics of content creation. And as I speak now, it's been 3 months since we last met Paula, and we have moved miles in terms of creating content for our church and our institution that we are setting up to teach and disciple our church community. But more so, I was also passionate, and I wanted to pour out my story. I wanted to tell a story of who I am. And in my mind, I knew what I wanted, but I just didn't know as an individual, where do I start? But when I had an interaction with Paula's books, Teesa Advisory, and what they're doing, I reached out beyond the larger community. I also reached out to Paula as an individual and said, I have seen your books, I have seen your mind, I have seen this gift that you have. How do I tap into that? And indeed, Paula being Paula, she poured out her heart in our meeting. She broke it down for me. She encouraged me. She just gave me a different perspective of how I can tell my story. And I'm very excited that as an individual, I've also started on that journey. And I just can't wait to share my story with the world in its simplicity, impactful, different aspects of what, through our interactions, I saw I can build out of a simple story of who I am. So that was also very, very impactful and impressive. What have I loved or found very, very valuable with my interactions with Paula? I find for Paula very, very supportive. I find she is someone who is ready to pour out herself without reservation. And I believe that is one of the greatest gifts God has blessed Paula with. She will pour out onto you. She will give genuinely. She will want to see the best out of you as an individual, whether she's dealing with you as an institution, as a business, as an enterprise, as a family, all the different aspects that God has called her to share her gift. And with that comes the support. Paula has encouraged us, and we are still continuing the journey. It just doesn't end there. There is support on WhatsApp, there is support on phone calls, there is personal support. And I believe anyone who is trying to do something, anyone who is trying to birth a passion, who is trying to birth something that God has called them to, you need that support. So I am so blessed to have Paula, to have Teesa Advisory on board with us. And we believe that through this, we will also be able to do the same and impact lives and impact our society and also impact ourselves, because I think the detriment would always be taking these things back into our graves, yet they are here and they're here to be shared. And so I encourage everyone out there, in whatever walk of life you're in, do not be afraid to pour yourself out, because now there are people like Paula who are ready to be used as vessels, to be used as the voice that will bring out that which you're supposed to pour out. Is it a story? Is it an idea? Is it a business? Is it a passion? Whatever it is, it can be found. And I'm very, very happy to have met Paula, to have interacted with her mind, to have interacted with whatever she has done. And I believe that she is here for all of us. So thank you and be blessed.